And a very good day to all my viewers out there. It is right now Sunday, June 9th, 2024. It is 3:35 p.m. Eastern Canadian time. And I am here in the Pointe-Claire Village. And look at this, there's Lac-Saint-Louis, which is technically part of the Sainte Lawrence River to my south. And you can see there's pretty stormy weather in that direction to the south. And we're going to do a walking video today through the Pointe-Claire Village. But first I'll show you guys, look, you can actually see downtown Montreal from here and St. Joseph's Oratory. Look, there's Mount Royal and the Oratory right there. And if I pan to the east a little bit, and this is facing east by the way, there's some buildings in downtown Montreal. And I'll start the video by mentioning that it is very windy, so if you can't hear me well, I apologize. I'm not going to do much talking, but I will show you guys around here. Starting with one of the most important parts of the village here. And this is facing west, by the way, towards Sainte-Anne-de-Bellevue. This here is the Pointe-Claire windmill. This here, as you can see, it has seen better days. The blades are heavily damaged, and a lot. What do we got here? We got two of them that are missing. So yeah, this was built in 1710. So you can imagine that this has seen a lot of wind and rain and snow and storms. So imagine 1710, and it's definitely in need of restoration. You can see the windows broken as well. But considering, I mean, it's held up pretty well if you think about it. But yeah, it would be nice to see this restored. And another cool thing is this used to be off limits. Used to be classified as private property. I don't know if it is anymore classified as private property, but I see lots of people here, and they took a fence down that was closing this site off. So that's pretty nice if it is open to the public. I mean, why not let the public enjoy something like this? It's history, it's historical. And yeah, this belongs to, I believe, the Catholic Church, and that's what these buildings are behind me here. I'm going to show you this church here in a minute. Looks like there's a little weather station there maybe or something. So now the sun's coming out a bit. But even this building here, you can see the roof has seen better days as well. Looks like it's leaking. There's some shingles ripped off. And there's a statue there. Let me see if we can read the writing. Let's see what it says. It's hard to see because it's so old. But probably maybe a priest or something. His name is on there. I think that's Joseph and baby Jesus. And this church is probably affiliated to that windmill because you got to remember, the church was pretty much everything back in the 1700s. They ran everything, the Catholic Church. And this was, of course, New France, French colony. That's what Quebec was. A lot of history to go into, but this is one of my favorite places to come to, this little point here off the water. And of course there's some planes taking off from Pierre Elliott Trudeau Airport, which is just to our east. And this street here, I believe the street is Saint Joachim Street. So that's the one that we're on now. Now we're going to be turning onto St. Anne Avenue, not to be confused with Sainte Anne-de-Bellevue. But here's a church as well. Looks like this one's being restored. Now I'm not sure if this church here is affiliated with this building here, because there is a little church structure there. But anywho, let's go check out some of the old buildings here. Very beautiful architecture. And I've been saying this in quite a few videos, guys. If you haven't been to the West Island, and let's say you live in downtown Montreal or the East End or wherever, take the time to come to the West Island. It is worth it, especially if you're like me and you just like getting away once in a while, away from the noise of downtown Montreal, definitely come check it out, because it's a great place to just relax and enjoy nature and beautiful view of the water. Another statue there of Jesus. I see the year 1920 on the bottom. But anyways, yeah, so if you ever, want to escape the city, the hustle and bustle, the noise, come to the West Island. There's Pointe-Claire, there's Beaconsfield, Pierrefonds, Kirkland, Dorval. I can go on, and of course there's Sainte Anne de Bellevue, which is one of my favorite places to visit, where bass guy lives, Jack Casey, of course. And of course, Sainte Anne de Bellevue is the western extreme of the West Island. So Pointe-Claire Village, just to the east of Sainte Anne de Bellevue. I think a little bit west of here you have Beaconsfield, Baie d'Urfé, and then Sainte Anne de Bellevue. And if you want to come here, well, very easy. Take the 211 STM bus, the 201 STM bus if you want as well. I'll give you guys a view here of this church. I'm trying to find the name of it here so we know what we're looking at, if there is a name. Oh, look at this. We got some birds out today as well. Nice birds, different species. Yeah, I'm trying to find the name of this church here. I don't see it written, maybe somewhere over there. But anyways, it's definitely historical, as you can tell just by looking at it, as are most churches. And even these trees here and vegetation, very, very old. And these are the houses. So I think, yeah, that windmill goes back to 1710, so I mean, it gives you an idea of how old this village is. And just by looking at it, has a beautiful old-fashioned charm to it. Hey, Mr. Nuts. So they call the squirrels Mr. Nuts. Me and bass guy. Here's this nice house here, this architecture, this curved roof. Another original building here. So yeah, most of these are probably original. I don't know how far back they go, but maybe some were built more recently, restored. But definitely the windmill and the church, I'm sure, is original. So now we're going on to Lakeshore Road. And we have other villages like this here in the West Island. We have we have the one in Sainte Anne de Bellevue, we have Lachine, which is, not really the West Island, but I mean, they do have a village like this. Dorval, all these little towns have these old villages associated with them. So of course, even though this is Quebec and was part of New France, it is a very English-speaking part of Montreal. The West Island predominantly is very Anglophone, meaning a lot of English speakers. So the wind calmed down, so I'm able to talk a bit better here. So here's Bord du Lac, which is also known as Lakeshore Boulevard. So Lakeshore Boulevard technically begins in Verdun as La Salle Boulevard, and then in Lachine it becomes, I think, St. Joseph, and then eventually turns into Lakeshore. I think even there's a point of it where it's Beaconsfield Boulevard, I'm not sure. But yeah, there it is. Now the interesting thing here, guys, I'll show you. So this is what a Pointe-Claire street sign looks like. The Pointe-Claire street signs have this design, and that right there, guys, is indeed the windmill that we were just visiting. Look, right there. That's the Pointe-Claire windmill. That's what it's supposed to look like. So hopefully they get around to, you know, restoring that windmill, because it is literally the heart of the village here. Now, there used to be the Pioneer. There was a bar here, the Pioneer Bar. I think it was around here. They tore it down, but it was really well-known landmark. There's the 211 bus right there, by the way. That's 29-074, 2009 bus. So yeah, if you want to come here, that's the bus you want to take. So we'll go down this way a little bit. I'm probably going to get the next 211. So yeah, down that way, I mean, it's mostly residential. It's old houses and whatnot. Similar designs to, you know, these ones here, the ones we've been seeing so far. Of course, these are more modern, you can tell, but we'll go down here, we'll see some more old architecture. Yeah, there's a lot of bars here and thrift shops, and very similar, like I said, to Sainte Anne de Bellevue. You know, these towns all have a similar history to them. If you want to research the history, go definitely check it out online. There's a lot of history to these areas. There's Gigi Pizza, one of my favorite pizza places. I haven't been there in a few years though, so I don't know how it is now. I don't know if it's changed or not, but at least a couple of years ago it was really nice. Good quality pizza. So we're walking, of course, as I said, westbound. So again, this is Pointe-Claire. This is the village of Pointe-Claire. Of course, Pointe-Claire extends north of here as well. The more modern and industrial commercial sector, newer residential sector. This is just the old village. So small part of Pointe-Claire, but the authentic part of it, I guess you could say, you could say. There's Avenue Saint-Jean-Baptiste. So you can see a lot of streets are named saints. That's because here in Quebec, as I said earlier, you know, the church, Catholic Church, which has saints, played a big part in the history of Quebec, you know. Well, look at this interesting vehicle here. What is that? Niva 600, 1600, Niva 1600. Looks European, even though the steering wheel's on the left. This is probably an old garage here. Yeah, so I'll take you guys a little bit more west. Oh yeah, these guys are out now. The mayflies. But they're not, I don't know if they're actually called mayflies, because they're more, they come out more in June now, these insects. But yeah, they are plentiful around this time of year, especially by the water. And I think the birds enjoy them quite a bit. It's a nice meal for them, but and they cover the buildings, the street lights, especially, you know, like I said, by the water. You'll see them on the sides of buildings. So here is, I guess, the western extreme end of the Pointe-Claire Village. This is Golf Street, and there's actually a golf course, as I said, which is, because Pointe-Claire, as I said, goes all the way north of here as well. And here's Avenue Golf. Now what's interesting here is there's a flower shop. Look at the name of the flower shop. It's Westmount Florist. Westmount is near downtown Montreal. That's where I was zooming in before. This is Pointe-Claire, so I'm not sure why it's called Westmount Florist, but maybe they just named it after the town of Westmount. But interesting anyways. Here's you know, somewhat more modern houses. So see if we can get another spot by the water here. I don't think we can. Maybe we can. Maybe we can. My Plan, like I said, is to get the next 211 bus and take it east to Lino Gru Metro Station. Trying to get at least 10 to 20,000 steps in today. Oh, here comes the bus now, guys. What is this one? 40-024 from the year 2020 hybrid. Well, actually, we're actually at the western extreme end of Pointe-Claire. You're going to see here in the sign, it says coming up here. We're going to go there and check that out. Pointe-Claire, au revoir. Oh, there's the 201 bus. I was on that bus earlier. Let's use the crosswalk here. Yeah, give you guys another view of the water. And yeah, there's the 201. Which bus is this? We got 31-074 from the year 2011. So here is the edge of Pointe-Claire around here. In fact, there's Pointe-Claire Avenue, I think it says over there. Look at these beautiful flowers, eh? Au revoir means see you soon. I'll check out some of this. I got a nice bumblebee there flying around. And there's Mr. Nuts again. Pointe-Claire, welcome, bienvenue. So yeah, see, if you're coming from the west going east, you have the welcome sign. If you're leaving Pointe-Claire, you have the au revoir, see you soon sign. There is, like I said, Lac-Saint-Louis. I think that's the Pointe-Claire Marina down there. Let's see what this little sign says here. Parc Antoine Pilon, 1664 to 1715. Something about New France. Interesting. Oh, anyways, like I said, this all goes back to, 1600s, 1700s. Very old part of the city. Let's go check out the water one more time here. We got some sun. Yeah, beautiful shoreline. Let's go. Should we go down? Yeah, let's go down by the water. Let's be careful here. We got some rocks and stuff. We can use the steps. There we go. Yeah, look at this. Nice way to end the video. Now we have these guys here as well. These clams or oyster shells. Look at this, beautiful, huh? Got some sailboats as well. That's where we started the video, right down there. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this one. I enjoyed making this video because it's nice to get out and walk around. And as I always say, if you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe, and more documenting to come. And look guys, we got a container ship, some kind of cargo ship down there. I'm trying to focus here. Where is he? Yeah, right there, look at that. Pretty cool, huh? Alright guys, thanks for watching. More documenting to come.